Hello guys, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Hope RBI. First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the aspirants who have cleared the Phase 1 examination of SEBI Grade A 2022. I know there is a lot of confusion, a lot of dilemma among the candidates that how to approach to the preparation of the Phase 2 of this particular exam, because as per your notification, your exam is going to be held on 20th of March, so you roughly have 20 days left now. That is why I am here. I'm going to talk about, I'm going to sketch a brief 20-day plan for you guys so that you would be able to approach to the phase 2 preparation a little bit better and you will be able to score good marks in your actual examination. So I have discussed some of the important points that you need to keep in your mind while preparing for phase 2 in my previous video. I will link it right here in the iCard flashing in front of you. So let's talk about these 20 days. You have to segregate these 20 days into 2 weeks and the rest of the days. So your 2 weeks start from 28th of February, that is from tomorrow, to your 6th of March. The second week will start from 7th March to 14th of March, and the rest of the days will be your 15th of March to your 20th of, or should I say 19th of March, because 20th of March is the actual examination day. So talking about the first week, my recommendation to you is try to divide these 3 weeks, these 2 weeks and this day as per the subjects. For example, this particular week, you have to segregate this week into 3 subjects of your own choice. What I'm going to recommend you guys is to choose this particular combination for your preparation for phase 2. You should choose accounts, and in addition to accounts, you should choose finance, and in addition to it, you should choose economics. Why accounts and finance is recommended to study together is because some of the concepts of finance, for example, your income statement, balance sheets, all of those things are included in finance as well as included in the accounts section. So you will be understanding the concepts simultaneously while preparing for these 2 subjects. And economics will be a lot easier for you to prepare because the subject syllabus is concised and you would be able to study the deep concepts very carefully. So what to emphasize in accounts, what to emphasize in finance, what to emphasize in economics, let's discuss that. So in accounts, you have to emphasize on the concepts, application-based questions. For example, you have understood the concept of journal writing and you know how to write a journal entry. So you would be able to, write a journal entry regarding any of the situation given in the examination. I'm sure you would have checked the sources which I have discussed with you, or even if you haven't checked out those sources, or you are actually checking some other sources which you guys have bought, for example, any coaching institute compilations or whatever, you might as well have seen that there are some questions regarding the journal entries or the procedure of taking the entries from the ledger to a trial balance, and after that taking all these entries and making a proper account. So that is the whole basic criteria in accounting subject basically. So you have to be familiar with every application based question. For example, what kind of error is encountered if this particular entry is done. For example, an entry of rupees 50,000 was to be done, but instead of 50,000, the person entered only 500 rupees. So what kind of an error is this? What kind of a situation comes when this error, this error is going to be rectified? So all of these things, all of these conceptual knowledge based on the applications, the questions, these type of questions should be practiced very thoroughly. And the numericals related to it should be also referred. For example, there are accounting standards, there are various accounting standards related to inventories, accounting standards related to foreign exchange transactions. All of these things should be revised very carefully, and every numerical that you encounter in these subjects should be done very in depth. Okay, so that is what about accounts. And talking about finance section, you already know what finance encounters, the numericals regarding the equity valuation, your bonds, your time value of money. You should practice those basic numericals and you will be good to go. And every concept of finance and every a regulatory body like SEBI, Exam, or RBI, SEBI, NABARD, everything you should be covering under this particular category, because even if you encounter some of the easy questions, it will be from this particular section. Talking about economics, you have to focus more on the graphs. in the economy. As you know that most of your syllabus is from the microeconomics, and microeconomics is basically your whole compilation of various graphs according to various subjects. For example, there is a graph regarding the income inequality. There is a graph which, you know, the curve that is your I, S, and LM curve. So it is very important for you to understand these curves, your Phillips curve. Everything is very important from the examination point of view. So you have to cover it very, very carefully. And these concepts, economic concepts, they will not ask much numericals from economics, because there are not many numericals. You may encounter one or two numericals from the elasticity concept, but that is it, not much. And these are the subjects that you should choose in your combination while preparing in the first week of this these 20 days. In the second week, you have to choose the other three combination, that is your costing, your Companies Act, and lastly your management. What to study in costing? I have already discussed the important chapters regarding the accountancy, regarding the Companies Act, or finance, which entail your numerical portion. I will also put that video right here in the iCard flashing in front of you. And you have to practice as much numericals as you can, especially in the costing portion, because it is very important subject in which most important numericals are there for examination. So you have to cover it up. And secondly, Companies Act. In Companies Act, now you have to put more emphasis on the section numbers as well. You have to cram the section numbers. For example, section 2A, or even the subsection number. It is very important for you to cover it. You should make short notes regarding this particular thing, or even if you find any compilation that already has it, you can definitely cram it from there, because it is very essential for you to even know about these things for the mains examination. Because these are the kind of questions that could be asked in the mains examination. Then talking about the management section, it is also application based. So any application based questions that you encounter in the course that you have purchased, or any source that you are following, you should definitely cover that up, because at the end of the day, what matters is that you have to score much good marks in the descriptive in the objective portion, so that you would be able to, you know, make a good chunk of your marks that should be considered in your final selection. So this particular thing will be very important for you to cover. And for your studying, let me erase this. For your studying, you have to contribute at least 13 to 14 hours daily, and these should be effective hours. Okay, make your timetable in such a manner that these effective hours should be covered. And you have to cover 3 to 3.5 hours per subject, and the rest of the time you should devote to writing to write at least one essay daily. Or even if you want to practice Pressy writing, you can definitely practice one Pressy. You can definitely check out the rules regarding the Pressy writing or the comprehension passages in YouTube. There are millions of videos regarding this. You can definitely check those out, and you will be able to understand what kind of things are needed to be kept in your mind while preparing for the Pressy writing. So that will be really beneficial for you guys for the descriptive portion. You should be contributing at least some of the time for writing at least one essay or at least one Pressy, so that you would be much prepared for the examination. And you have to dedicate at least 3 or 3.5 hours per subject in your daily timetable. That is a must, and these should be effective hours. Okay, talking about these days. Also, I forgot a very important thing, that even if you have taken any kind of course and if you are attempting mocks, you have to take one day out of these 7 days for attempting only mocks. My recommendation to you is, from first day to seventh day, try to dedicate 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 days in your subject preparation or revision or concept clearance. And the seventh day, you should be dedicating to mocks, and you should attempt only mocks in that particular day. You might as well have purchased many courses, and they are including some of the important mocks for you. So you should be able to do those mocks in that particular day. As much mocks as you can, you should be practicing all of those mocks. You should also emphasize on the subject wise questions, because you have revised 3 subjects per week. So you should be able to attempt those questions which you have already revised, those questions from those subjects which you already have revised. Okay, and talking about the second week, you should be doing that. And talking about the last 4 to 5 days, that is 15th March to 19th March, you should not attempt any of the mocks in this period, you only have to revise. You have to revise everything that you have studied in these previous days. You only have to cram up facts, cram up all the data from the Companies Act, all the concepts from the economic section, all the concepts, theories from the motivation section, I'm sorry, from the management section, all the numericals, all the formulas that you have encountered in the costing section or in the accountancy section, all the rules, each and everything should be covered in depth, and each and everything should be revised very, very carefully and as much as you can, because the more the revision is, the better it is for you to attempt maximum questions in the examination. You can actually use these days to write essays, and your essay writing should be such that if even if we talk about the last year's paper, the essay was in between the 200 to 250 words. The Pressy writing was also in line with the 150 to 200 words, if I'm not wrong, and the comprehension passages according to the comprehension. So I guess maybe 50 words per question. So you should be able to attempt all of those things in these particular word limits to get good marks, and you should try to avoid any kind of mistakes. For example, if we are talking about the grammatical mistakes or the punctuation mistakes or the capital and the small letters or anything, it is very annoying to the examiner that these kind of mistakes happen. So to avoid that, you should be practicing one essay daily and one Pressy daily. So it will be very beneficial for you guys. And again, I'm repeating, for Pressy writing, you can definitely check out many videos that are available on YouTube, so that you would be able to grasp the concept that how a Pressy is written. You have to reduce a given passage to about 1/3 of its word limit. Okay, suppose the passage is about of 1,000 words, you have to reduce it into 300 words. So that is a kind of thing. But since the Pressy is in line with 150 to 200 words, you only have the passage that is around 450 to 600 words. So that is what is required for you to cover. And don't panic, just be calm and concentrate on whatever you are studying. Even if your concepts regarding a particular concept is not clear, a particular subject is not clear, you have to Google it. You have to go to YouTube and find a similar video or find a simpler video, so that you would be able to analyze each and everything very carefully, and you would be understanding the concepts which is required for the examination to be cleared. That is why I am emphasizing more on the concept based the application based concepts, the application based questions. Even if you are not able to find such kind of questions, just Google them or just YouTube them. You will be able to find million of questions which people are teaching, and every concept will be very beneficial for you and very easy for you to understand by looking into Google or by looking into the YouTube videos. So thank you so much for watching. If you still have any doubts, you can definitely comment it down below, and I'll be happy to answer every query of yours. So thank you so much for watching this video. Share as much as you can with all the aspirants who have cleared the examination and you who are waiting for the phase 2. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.